Hello girls and boys! Today I'm going to tell you a story about Flora the mouse, and this one is all about jam. What was that delicious smell? Flora was still in bed. She had hardly woken up yet, but she could smell something particularly tasty coming from the kitchen. Up she got, and she ran downstairs to see what the smell could be. She opened the door, and to her great delight, Nellie was standing over a big pot of jam that was bubbling ferociously. Jam. Delicious, sticky, sweet strawberry jam. Flora's absolute favourite. She loved it on toast or in a cake or even on a scone. Even on its own, though this was only normally allowed when she stayed for the night at her nanny mouse's house. Flora beamed at Nellie and asked, "Please, can I have some jam? Jam for breakfast, with some toast. Oh, I do love so jam." Now Nellie, well, she would have said yes, but you see, the jam wasn't ready yet. It would surely be too hot and burn her mouth. Flora was very disappointed. Nellie, though often Flora made much more work for her, didn't want her to be sad. So she said, "I will go and check and see if there's any jam left in the cupboard. It won't be as fresh, but that doesn't make it much difference with jam." Luckily, right at the back of the cupboard, there was one small pot of lovely breakfast-making jam for Flora. Though I say it was a small jar, there was still some left after the couple of pieces of toast Flora devoured. While Nellie's back was turned, Flora snuck the pot of sticky jam into her dressing gown pocket and quickly went upstairs to change. And in the process, she completely forgot that there was a pot of jam in her pocket. Now, this wasn't a problem until a few days passed. It was morning again, and Flora trotted downstairs, thinking of breakfast. She had slept in later than she had meant to, and when she arrived in the kitchen, her whole family were already eating. Her mamma, her papa, and her 3 older brothers. She stared at the table. They had eaten most of the jam. It was only a tiny bit left. She huffed and she puffed. It didn't matter that normally there was no jam left for anyone else. There should be some for her. And so she said to her family. Her papa said not to mind. She could always have marmalade instead. "Marmalade is not the same as strawberry jam," cried Flora, and she stuck her hands in her pockets to help her sulk more obviously. Of course, she hadn't just put her hands in her pocket. She had put it straight into the jam too. Her family laughed merrily with her when, in surprise, she held up a sticky paw. It had been very silly to put jam in her pocket, and if she hadn't, there would have been lots of jam for her breakfast. Never mind. I don't think jam will be going in her dressing gown pocket any time soon. That's the end of another story about Flora the mouse. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you again soon.